Hello, hello, everyone. Ooh, my eye. I got something in my eye. Hope everyone's doing good today. Welcome back to another stream of Street News Network. Um, I always appreciate everyone coming. Today we have some breaking news. Based off of our last stream that we had talking about the war coming up between the United States and Israel and Iran, it decided to kick off in the middle of the night and throughout today. It seems I had a different title on the video, but then I was waiting so I put the stream out a little later because I was waiting because I was like, what if more information came out? And that's exactly what happened. More information came out. So apparently they are reporting that the supreme leader of Iran is dead, killed in strikes this morning. It's going to be interesting what's going to happen going from there. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm looking at right now.
For just joining us here at home. We've been waiting for this information. We had gotten some insight before from our partners there
Hope
at
everyone's
Reuters.
doing good. Drop a comment.
To us to let us know that Netanyahu, the prime minister, as he just had statements a little while ago, said that there were signs that the prime minister, that the Ayatollah was no longer anymore. This is what he said, according to Aisha Hasni with Fox News. This morning, we have destroyed the compound of the tyrant Khamenei, many of the signs showing that he is no longer. That is exactly what he said in his speech. We have just been informed by Fox News confirming that Iran's supreme leader, Khamenei, is now been killed in these strikes. And so as we're getting this breaking news, and we still have Brian on the line here, Brian, I'm going to have you jump in here once again as we're talking about this. This is the moment that we've been waiting to hear. We didn't have confirmation. It was suspected. It was put.
So you guys just saw that. You heard that. There's been multiple retaliation strikes, obviously. We'll get into that. I'll tell you where they're happening. It's just all over the Middle East is a giant hot zone right now. But the supreme leader of Iran is dead. There is a revolution going on in Iran. We don't know how this is going to unfold. They're already surrounded by many, many places that are destabilized and already hot zones. So we don't know if they're going to be able to stabilize before opposing forces come in from around the surrounding regions. So we just have to hope that whatever Israel and the United States are going to do, they're going to move fast to secure the area and peace.
Put out there on the internet. I had told folks earlier today we won't be confirming anything until we have it from our trusted sources, but a huge moment to see that Khamenei has now been pronounced dead.
Yes, and I would guess that he is not the only one. He has a son who's very powerful. He may have been killed as well. We'll wait for confirmation on that, and much of the leadership. There was a bifurcation of efforts here, Christina. The Israelis were moving in for a decapitation strike, cleaning out the leadership of the country. The American targets were different. And so the Israelis have exacted the ultimate punishment to the Iranian leadership. Now, what happens after this is what's going to be very interesting. The Revolutionary Guard there, the military, very oppressive people domestically, they have a choice to make. There's now a power vacuum, potentially.
We're on live right now, so I'm not trying to spread information. That's why I said reported dead. But from what I've seen from a lot of reportings is that he is dead. Just as of just like recently developed in the last 20 minutes here that he's been reported dead. In Capsule, you changed your image. What is it? I can't even see. Nice to see you again, Capsule. I need to make you a mod. I'm going to do that after this video because you're like the first one in here always. So look out for that, Capsule. You'll become a mod, but yeah, we don't know what's going on. I'm not over here cheering this on. I mean, if you look at the map of the region, right? If you look at the regional map, this isn't an area that you necessarily want to become destabilized because it's surrounded by already destabilized countries. And this can turn out to be really bad. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think this is necessarily a good or a bad thing. If it turns out that somehow, some way we just topple the leader and they can get a new government, which is farly unlikely, that's like trying to be optimistic. Yeah, it's lose-lose. So I don't know why. I feel like there could have been another way, but I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's been so many distractions. Everyone's trying to pay attention to Epstein and all these other bullcrap things that have been going on in the media. But I've been saying this since I've been coming online that there's something going on in the Middle East that they're not talking about. Oh, nice. How do you feel then? Is this what do you think should have happened with that regime? Mainstream media doesn't lie. What up, concerned citizen? What's up, Rosa? What up, T? I don't know if I'm saying that Twyla. But yeah, mainstream media doesn't lie. Well, while we're here, let's listen to what the president said, because that's what I was going to start off with, but I started off with the other video because more and more people are reporting that he's dead. Once all the big ones start saying it, generally it's true, but we'll see. But let's see what President Trump was talking about.
America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder targeting the United States. A time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. It's menacing.
I know he did, but he hasn't come out with anything else. Unless you have seen something, post a link if you can.
And their allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal.
Yeah, so far in the speech, it's kind of like he's trying to rally us up to you know, make us have an emotional response to this, even though they haven't necessarily done anything to us per se. I mean, they're not good people around the region, but why do we have to support a country that does everything to subjugate us? And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the speech doesn't necessarily feel this isn't rallying. It's more like justification, but let's keep going. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I just saw that he made a speech and then I put it in my queue of videos.
Something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening.
That's just kind of weird that he's saying that because we saw the video that what was it, a few days ago where we were showing that they were spending more time reinforcing their bases and defenses. And satellite images were showing that they weren't trying to rebuild their nuclear stuff. So I just don't know where this came from. Like, yeah, we obliterated their nuclear, but they can't have nuclear. What if you obliterated them? Why are you so concerned? That's my point. I mean, it's just about regime change. Right now, it's not even like posturing anymore. I mean, if you look at Venezuela, we've already started taking care of things there. Now they're trying to get Iran out of play. Once you get Iran out of play, it's full circle back to Afghanistan. I mean, I don't know if I'm just spewing shit out my ass, but that's how I see it. It's like full circle stop back to Afghanistan. So they're saying this is going to be a small war, but then maybe 6 months, a year later, we're going to be invading Afghanistan and Iraq again. Because I don't know if you guys saw, I believe Iraq was going through issues the other day. I believe they might have fell. I'm not sure. Let's see. I mean, we still have forces there. Doesn't seem. I saw something the other day. I should have wrote it down. I saw something the other day about Iraq getting in another conflict. I already was telling you guys on this channel that in Afghanistan, Al Qaeda and the Taliban are still very much present. Nothing's changed in this region, my friends. It's still a bloodbath.
Happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies.
By the way, I don't know if you guys are able to post links in the chat. Concerned citizen, you should be able to. I'm not sure. You should be the only mod. I mean, I thought you were a mod in here, concerned citizen. But if you guys can post links in the chat and updates, because I'm gonna be going. Yeah, only mod. I thought you were a mod here. I'll go look, and I can go. I think I can make you a mod right now. You and Capsule. But if you guys, so you guys can post links of updates. So I'm gonna post the speech back on for a second, and then I'm gonna go make some mods real quick. So give me a second.
In Europe, our troops stationed overseas and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. So lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all.
Okay, so we seen that. We heard that. I mean, so I did make one mod. It wouldn't let me make Capsule a mod for some reason. I don't know if that's not his username and it's different, but I tried typing it in and it would not work. I tried it. I'll try it again later though. But so we've seen that. I mean, I just want to try and keep looking at the most recent updates because, I mean, what the heck? It says they found a body. So let's see what we could see about that. That's crazy. What the heck? I mean, why? I think he has to use your capsule. Oh, with the PUL? I think he has to use your. Let me try that one real quick. SP. Or did you miss the O in that? Or there's no O? Oh. Soul 003. All right, let's try it real quick. Let's try it real quick. I'm going to mute myself because I'm clicking. It's 1:54 p.m. Why are you drunk? What are you, not in America or something? That's crazy, dog. Oh my goodness. You guys want to see a video of the strike? This was kind of crazy. Let's see. Well, shoot, you're obviously not in Iran right now either. That'd be great. All right, Amish. It is Saturday. I'll give him that. It's Saturday. I mean, I can't sit here and judge the man. Or it is Saturday. Let's all have a drink. No. Oh, okay. I want to show you this little image I saw a little bit ago. I was looking at this Benny Johnson video, and they were showing the strikes. Oh my gosh.
Stunning footage. Whoa. Different angles here you can see of the.
Can we all just get along? Yes,
Guys,
please.
Never seen anything like this. It
No
is
reason for
apocalyptic
fighting.
right now.
We're just
in
chilling.
the
It's
Middle
Saturday.
East. So many different
I mean, there is a
videos,
war going
footage
on, but we're
coming
chilling.
out of
We're chilling
absolute
now.
and total insanity, I think is the only way to say it. The entire region is ablaze and nobody is safe right now, including Americans.
I mean, technically, you can sort of use the term liberated because we're not invading. I'm sure there's some special forces on the ground. I'm not an idiot, but I mean, yeah, I guess it's being invaded. I'm being stupid, but
United States air bases and naval bases are under heavy barrage from the Iranian regime. They are launching deadly attacks that have hit civilian buildings, American hotels like Fairmount. This is an American hotel in Dubai. We'll talk about what Dubai looks like right now. Dubai is in flames. This is a wild direct hit on a U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet radar in Bahrain. You can see here the suicide drone coming in and then striking the radar installation there. I mean, it's hard to think that Americans weren't hurt in that. It's, you know, I don't want to be macabre, but like, I mean, look at this. American bases that were attacked today. In Bahrain, there are 2. Qatar, there's 1. Kuwait, there's 3. UAE, there's 3. In Saudi Arabia, there's 4. And then there's 1 in Jordan and in Iraq. Many American installations are under heavy attack and heavy fire.
And I just saved email right now. Footage. I also have.
So yeah, I mean, like it's be preliminary certainly to celebrate.
In my community, I have another email that I always. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you guys, I have an email there as well that you guys can contact me at. It's been there ever since I started here. So you see it there. Street News Network 16 at gmail.com. It's always there at the bottom. So yeah, if you want to also get in touch with me, that's where you can go. I will respond to you there. That's the thing. Humanity is not. I mean, if you just look at history, I don't know when humanity will outgrow aggression and conflict. I mean, not in our lifetime. It's a wish. That's not a wish that will happen, in my opinion. It's cynical, it's sad, but you have to be realistic.
Celebrate here. Iran has attacked a ton of U.S. bases. The direct hit on the base here is just shocking that there's not any type of defense for this. I mean, you can see it with the naked eye coming in. We don't have any defense for what seems like a relatively slow-moving drone coming in. There's reports of hypersonic missiles being used. This is not one of them. Hypersonic.
No, I do not think they will. I mean, they might. Maybe someone like Ana Paula Luna will go on there and make them release the classified information, but if no one besides her, I doubt it. No, to be honest. I mean, 100 years ago, more people were being enslaved. There was more conflict around the globe. 100 years prior to that was even worse. If anything, we're at the least amount of conflict around the globe as there's been in history. I mean, there's always been wars, factions, people fighting. Conflict's inevitable.
Missile would not fly at this rate and land at this rate, but it is a relatively sophisticated drone weapon because it hit exactly where it was intended to hit. You can see here the naval installation. This would be the radar here at the base. And this is where it struck. Crazy, crazy clips. Iran.
But the leaders haven't changed. So whether we want it or not, the people who run this world have not changed. I mean, look at the past 2 years, 3 years alone. War, conflict. Even though at the most point in history, everyone wants it to stop. I mean, that's what they say. They want it to stop, but yeah. I just call it fake outrage. No one actually pays attention to this stuff until it happens.
Launching the first wave of ballistic missiles. You can see here retaliation incoming. It is apocalyptic. Okay. Crazy. The headquarters of the Navy Fifth Fleet has allegedly been attacked by Iranian missiles. Operation Epic fury. Now moving on to civilian targets, you can see that Kuwait airport here in Kuwait obviously has been hit and bombed. It's filled with smoke, damage, and debris. It was hit by an Iranian suicide drone. And yeah, you can see the damage, pretty extensive there. Iran suicide drone blitz on Dubai, the famous Palm Jumeirah hotel, hit in revenge missile attacks on U.S. bases. The Palm Jumeirah hit and is on fire. A massive suicide drone strike there. This is sort of like the war in the Middle East map right now. You can see here, this would be the UAE and Qatar and Bahrain. So you can see how close they are in proximity to Iran, and they are being bombed pretty severely right now. The Straits of Hormuz has been closed. This is the very famous hotel here.
So are you guys, oh my God, why did I press that? Hold on. While we talk. So do you guys think that this is just more of this is what Israel wants? Because you know how Donald Trump's saying, oh, I'm the first president to do this, and this is what the people want. I mean, I just don't know. Politics is a psyop designed to outrage and separate the masses as a distraction while they take all the money and land. Absolutely. Because that's what I've been saying all year. It's just been like little petty problems that the government and all the politicians have been fighting over. But then in the background, we're toppling a dictator in Venezuela. We're saying we're going to take over Greenland. We're now in conflict again with Iran after already what we went through at the beginning of the year. I've already told you guys that the Middle East itself has already been destabilized. It's never been okay. We probably should have never left it in the first place, but we did. But now we're circling back, which honestly, I kind of knew what would always happen when we left. So now we're kind of at this point where, I mean, this stuff never really stopped. It's been going on in the background. Yeah, I think I think it's what Israel wants as well. It's not something that I'm going to sit here and say is not true. I think so. Shoo. It could be Miss Ann, but from what I've seen from that video, that's an Iranian drone. That's exactly what they look like. If you want me to show you a picture, and then we could go back to it if you want. I mean, the world of PSYOP, you can easily but yeah, this is an Iranian drone. I don't know what an Israeli drone looks like. I just feel like it would be an American drone. I spelled that so wrong. You see? I mean, they could have done like a false flag and used their own, use like a stolen one. But most Israeli drones look like the American Reaper drones. So I have not seen this. I guess that will be for our next local stream for me to look at that, because I have not. That's interesting. I mean, you could be driving in your car just on a main road and you'll drive by like a neighborhood and you just smell straight weed smoke. So sometimes it is a thing. Some people don't like it. We'll have to see what happens. It doesn't really bother me though. But I have a little list so I can keep myself focused. So yeah, as we saw, Iran's response. I mean, we can look. I'm gonna look at how many places they shot. So I'll play my next video. I'm muting because I'm clicking. Before I play the next video, do you think this is just going to go and turn into a bigger war? Or do you think that we actually are going to topple the regime and start something new? Sorry, I was reading that unmuted. I don't really know what you mean by gambler bluff Trump style. I mean, when has he? I mean, over all these wars, when has he bluffed? He told the leader of Venezuela to stand down. Which question? Oh yeah, that question might put me on a list. I know. I mean, I don't think this is a bluff. We're already bombing and attacking people. There's no bluffing once bombs start getting dropped. I mean, I don't. Once bombs start getting dropped, the bluffing stops. You can't just go start bopping. Oh my god, my mind just spin. You can't just go start dropping bombs and just be like, oh yeah, we're bluffing. No, a bluff is not something I begin to think is in. But let's look at the counter.
Has some breaking news for us now. Trey.
Yeah, John, air raid sirens just sounded across Tel Aviv, Israel's second largest city. The Iranians have started their response. I just received a text message from a source in Tehran who said Iran is firing back. The sirens that sounded across Tel Aviv were a signal of incoming ballistic missile fire towards central Israel. We also understand, according to sources in Haifa.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what bluff are you talking about? Like, he told Venezuela to stand down. I mean, Venezuela to stand down. Dude said, "Come and get me." Well, a week later, he got. Like, that's not bluffing. I mean, he told Putin to stand down more. No, he didn't. Then we've been allowing Ukraine to bomb things in Russia, which a year prior, everyone around the world in the media was saying that we shouldn't do. Do you want me to keep going? I mean, he wasn't bluffing with the tariffs. He put those on. He's been using those as like the art of the deal, if that's what you want to call it. I mean, I don't really see the bluff. People just say he's going to bluff because they don't want you to see what's going on, but he's not bluffing. You can't bluff when you're sending 2 aircraft carriers and over 400 planes into a region. You're not bluffing.
In northern Israel, the country's third largest city, that there is
you can say
missile
he's being
fire
more
toward
crazy
that
than
city,
bluffing.
but no impacts reported. At least 2 interceptions are being reported on Israeli media. But again, At this moment, John, the latest information that we can bring to you is that air raid sirens just sounded across Israel's second largest city of Tel Aviv. Alerts going out on the phones. And I can see the local news in Israel right now, and there are alerts going one after another. Many of them in the West Bank and close to the city of Jerusalem as well. But again, this is a very fluid situation, but an indication that they're...
Bro, you really got to catch up with the times. You can't just look at what Trump said. During that time, North Korea was also lobbing missiles all around the ocean, testing for nuclear bombs. They were also threatening America at any chance they got. What, you just wanted him to sit there and take it? They were trying to test his might. Like, what do you mean? That's not... He told him if you kept lobbing ballistic missiles into the ocean over our allies, you're going to be in trouble. What do you mean? Yeah, just keep testing your ballistic missiles that can fly nearly to our side of the planet and keep threatening us. But we're just supposed to what? So we were supposed to go over there and invade? Like, no, you need to say something. Like, anyways.
Iranians have started their response. President Trump, as he said
like
before, that there is going to be an ongoing and massive operation against the Iranians. That likely includes striking some of these missile launching positions, as many as possible, understanding that the Iranians could respond not just against U.S. forces near Iran, but also against Israel. And that is what this country is dealing with at the moment. The air defense systems here remain on high alert. And those special instructions this morning went out to civilians, telling them to remain in bomb shelters. And even just context now in the city of Haifa, sending photos from bomb shelters and the sirens that sounded just a few moments ago. We are learning from Israeli media right now, John, that one missile was intercepted, fired toward central Israel, but again, successfully intercepted. The fact that these missiles are being fired in 1 and 2 missile volleys is an indication that the Iranians may have been hit quite hard when it comes to their missile launching positions. Back during the 12-day war, sometimes they were firing dozens of missiles, even over 100 at a single time. And so we have to see how all of this plays out. But again, President Trump indicating this is going to be an ongoing and massive operation. The Iranians were given a diplomatic opportunity, and they did not take it. John?
The president has made it clear that he is not messing around this time. As was mentioned earlier.
Yeah, with the tariffs, that's they did impose that ruling, but they imposed it for the way that he essentially went about it. So that's why he imposed the new tariffs. So I think maybe next week we'll probably see something like another injunction, which will go back to the Supreme Court under the new law that he's trying to impose tariffs under. So it's not over. I mean, it's probably going to take another year like last year for this one to reach them and be settled. So it's probably going to do that every single year. They're going to find a new law, a new way to push it through, and then it's going to go to the Supreme Court. They might strike it down. They might not. But the law that they're saying that he's pushing it through under this time has been tried and tested under legal precedent. So we'll see what's happening. We'll see what goes. But from the last I heard that there's supposed to be 15% tariffs.
Some of the targeting involved the palace or the residence and the offices of the Ayatollah Khamenei. So they are going after the leadership as well as the military hardware.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News.
Oh, thank you. I'm just saying, so everyone is saying that the pedophiles are winning, but nothing has changed from the last 3 or 4 years in terms of the shadow people running the government. So everyone's upset. They want to blame Trump because he's the easy scapegoat for the worst things that are ever could happen. But Democrats, Republicans, none of these people are innocent in these matters. That's what you guys need to understand. No one's innocent. So you can hate Trump all you want. You can love him all you want. But none of these people are innocent. They're all toying with us. We're all sitting in the palm of their hands, paying them money every single day we go to work, besides our days off for those who have a day off. Every single day we go to work, pay taxes for us to waste. I don't even want to look up how much a cruise missile costs. Like, we've probably shot 15 of them. We're probably down $500,000 already. Just more than that. We're probably already down almost $1 billion just off of the movement, troop movement, plane movement, all this crap. And then we started shooting the munitions. Like, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're cooked. Talk about money. We're going to lose at least $1 trillion, probably just from this alone. So let's go ahead and mark it up to $40 trillion in debt. Yay. And people are sitting here they just want us to be divided and stare at one side or the other, but goodness gracious. There's something we have to be able to do about it. But I'm chilling. I mean, what do you mean by y'all? Like, I mean, you should drop where you live in the chat, because I mean, we can go ahead and critique how your country lives. I'm sure it's worse. I'm sure it's worse. Yeah, democracy. I mean, I guess I wouldn't want to play this video today because I thought it was cheesy, but I like video games, so, and I love when video games talk about real life. I don't even want to show you my freaking. Oh my gosh. This is pretty much what's going on right now. It's so cheesy, but it's what's going on. Just wait, you'll see. Just listen to this little tiny speech. Not all of it's real, but Cyprus. Not all of it's real, but let's look.
Democracy? Democracy. Democracy isn't what these people need. Hell, it's not even what they want. America's been running around the globe trying to install democracies in nation after nation for a century, and it hasn't worked one time. Now, why do you think that is? Because these countries don't have the most basic building blocks necessary to support a democracy. Little things like we ought to be tolerant of those who disagree with us, or we ought to be tolerant of those who worship a different god than us, or that a journalist ought to be able to disagree with a fucking president. And you think you can walk into this country based on fundamentalist religious principles, drop a couple of bombs, topple a dictator, and start a democracy? Give me a break. People don't want freedom. They want rules, boundaries, protections from invaders and from themselves.
Okay, I paused it because it started going into like a Call of Duty villain speech. But yeah, I mean, just based off of that, I mean, that's what I hope we're not trying to do right now. Walk into a country, drop a few bombs, topple a dictator, and start a democracy. Like, it's not going to work. If that's what we're going to do, we're cooked. But yeah, that's Kevin Spacey. But I've been searching the webs, and I haven't really seen anything else. I don't know if you guys have, but I can maybe look at a few articles, but I haven't found anything to talk about besides what's been going on so far. I mean, that's it so far. Yeah, I haven't seen any pictures, anything like that. So, I mean, that's what we have so far. I mean, we've attacked them, they've attacked us. They're posturing, we're posturing, and you should watch Who Would Build the Roads by Jeff Maddox. I'll put it on my list right now. I think I spelled that right. Yeah, I just typed it in whenever I have time. Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, I can find his name. Let's see. Reza Pahlavi. I think that's who they're trying to make the successor. I think that's who they want to put into power. The old Shah's son. So, because that's the last time we were anywhere friendly with Iran, I believe. So, but I mean, you guys have seen it. We have tomorrow. I mean, we have the rest of the day. I'm not just going to sit here and wait for updates all day, but I will come back live if there are any more updates. I'll just do another part 2, or I'll just post a short video or something. But for now, the United States they're saying it's a military operation, but pretty much we're at war. I mean, once you start dropping bombs on another country and saying the dictator's out or whoever the leader's out, you're at war. I don't know why we use this stupid terminology like we're kids. It's war. So I will be back on later if something pops off. I mean, I kind of want to come back on later, but we'll see. I need to get some stuff done. But I will for sure be on tomorrow because this isn't going to stop. This is ongoing. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. If I'll be posting in the community chat like I usually do. So thank you all who showed up. And I'll catch you guys later if there's more information to be had. So, and if you guys do have any information, send it to the email. I'm being serious so I can see. Even if it's bullshit, I'll go through it. So, yeah, and I hope it all wraps up fast because we don't want this to drag on 20 years. Dang, my lips are white, but yeah. Thank you guys. And I will be looking out to see if there's more information. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for coming.